Welcome, everybody. It is the 9th of November, and this is our Prosperity Mastermind. And so what we want to do as a habit is start off by reading our Team Prosperity Mastermind Freedom Day template. So who would like to read the 90-day vision?
I will.
Okay. Can you see that?
Are you going to pick other people for the rest of it or just start
Yeah.
with this?
Yeah.
You want me to start with this one, you're saying?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay, because before you've always picked people for each one, so just wondering. Okay.
I could do that. Okay, how about Madeline read, excuse me, the customer one. Amy read the business partner one.
Okay.
And Ariana read the, what do we call it? Freedom Day one.
Sure.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. We are so happy and grateful now that we are experiencing a level of freedom that allows us to create incomes that enhance our families' lives, that enrich the lives of others. We are receiving 50% or more per week increases in cycles in our isogenics organizations with ease and grace. Exponential growth is a natural byproduct because we are filled with joy, hope, and inspiration. Our futures call us every morning, and we practice our daily transformational devotions with joy. We are empowered messengers of God's generous gifts. Our abundance overflows and touches those we have yet to meet. We impact communities and bring true freedom to those who are ready. And this ripple effect is a function of our divine connections. You raising your hand?
I'm doing the tapping.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
Okay. Well, you just moved the screen.
Oh, Kathy, wait, she didn't finish.
I just saw a hand go up next to me. Our team culture is an art of well-being, and we naturally support each other in its full self-expression. We are truly blessed, and so are our friends and family.
Okay, now you can move the screen. We are so happy and grateful now that our customers are excited, energized, living a vibrant life, and are examples of the art of well-being. As Isogenics ambassadors, they are naturally enrolling their friends and family in a healthy lifestyle that they fully commit to. Everyone loves getting their products paid for. Integrity, superb quality, and impeccable service make us a valuable asset to the success of our customers' goals. They commit to an ISA pantry for life and see Isogenics as essential. There is hope, joy, and happiness abounding.
We are excited and grateful that our team creates ongoing magnificent wins and massive momentum in our Isogenics businesses. Our team commitment is to family, community, and contribution attracts compassionate and driven third and fourth level leaders. They finally know they are home. This is their calling. With a love for network marketing, they're enthusiastic, passionate, motivated, and focused on financial freedom for everyone. We celebrate and honor our collaborative successes with joy. Our financial momentum expands through to a global community, and leaders are born everywhere.
Just give me a moment. I'm going to make mine a little bit bigger. Okay. We are so happy and grateful now that our Freedom Day teams are generating legacy centers with yearly multiple six-figure incomes with Isogenics. This prosperity allows our family, friends, and communities to have abundant access to time, money, freedom, and creative resources. This brings us all great joy, peace, and creative fulfillment. We live each and every day present and practicing our compelling visions of our futures, supporting each other because we want to. Balance, ease, and grace are our family's motto. We have created compassionate identities that powerfully fulfill on the dreams that mean the most to us. Our prosperity is an expression of creative energy that brings heaven to earth for everyone. To living lives we love, Prosperity Mastermind.
Wonderful. All right. So Ariana, you had brought up something earlier today that you thought would be really good to talk about from Dave's call. You want to talk about that?
I'd be happy to. And Dave's call, it's so rich. It's always layered. Sometimes it sounds like, oh, I've heard that before, but I never hear it with old ears. I always hear it with something new because my life is new, right? And his enthusiasm isn't like he's bored with it already. He just keeps going, hey, there's something new here that I got a twist on that we already talked about. So I love his Monday morning calls. And today he had some great people on, by the way, and they had masterful breakthroughs and they were real examples of the law of attraction. One of the things he talked about and stuck in my mind was, we talk about the laws, all the principles of the universe, right? And I think they're like a handful, maybe a little more than 5. There's probably 7 or 8 or 12. I don't know. I have like a group of them. But he talked about the top one being the law of vibration. So I wanted to presence that idea with all of us so that we can talk a little bit about continuing to kind of delve deeper into our, Prosperity Mastermind template that we created together as a team. So I got this off the internet, and this is what they say about the law of vibration. Everything in the universe has a frequency and a vibration because nothing ever stands still. It's kind of interesting to think that nothing is still. It looks like it's static, but it's probably not. As everything is either being pushed away or pulled towards something. And furthermore, items of a similar vibration attract to each other. It's kind of like the magnets, Sometimes you have the magnet that goes like that, and then you have a magnet that goes like that, right? So to use this law to manifest your desires, you want to match your vibration to that which is what you want. So I'd like us to look at the document again and just kind of look at the idea of what is it that we're looking at for the customer.
And, let me interject. This is Grow Week. The entire Isogenics organization is celebrating Grow Week, which means every single day there's awesome training. This morning's training that was also shown this afternoon was on, how to either pick up the phone or use your text or your voice to contact people, whether it's a follow-up, whether it's a follow-up to somebody who liked your post, or there's just several different things that they covered, business approach messages, things like that, and it was really valuable. And Lynn has created a great document that shows the scripting for those messages that you can send. And so with that in mind, how appropriate is it that we're talking about this customer part of the template?
And Kathy, you bring our attention to something also important, which we'll talk about right at the end. Let's do some power hours this week ourselves. The company modeled one today and it was beautiful. It was really rich and generous. It's like all about generosity. And that's how, when I think of the word customer, and what I have to tell you, I just love that Isogenics moved into the conversation called customer. Like associate was always kind of the dominant force when we first came in, become, an associate, become an associate. That's actually, a gift we give to ourselves once we have the full on experience of what it is like to be an Isogenics customer. And I have to tell you, of all the companies I've ever dealt with, they excel at the top level. Like they're in the 0.001% of how they deliver their products and their services to customers. So I'm really grateful that we all went to customers, right? And now we get to be customers, and then we get to be the conversation called helping our customers. So I think what's beautiful about this section of our template is it's simple. Do you notice how it's a little bit shorter than the rest? But really what it talks about again, and we all start always with the happy and grateful part, and it's about the other. It's about the person that we have seen could possibly benefit from something that we have benefited from. And so living in this space, and the law of vibration, how do you vibrate so that you are attracting the people to your organization that can benefit from this? And before we even go into this, I just say, go back to what you had as an experience when you first discovered Isogenics. Like allow yourself to have that meditation during the day. And it really only takes a few seconds to think, wow, when I discovered Isogenics, for me, it really was the answer to the conversation was, am I okay the way I am? Because I never felt like I had control over that. It always felt like it was happening to me and I didn't have the control. Isogenics gave me a tool that's so spectacular on so many levels that I get to now, have my life look exactly and not exactly the way I want it to, right? I have the option. So what is it that we're doing? I'm happy and grateful because my customers now can feel that excitement. They can have an energized, vibrant life again, right? And I love this idea. Like, what does it mean to be the art of well-being? I'd love to throw that just out to the people that are here there. What does that mean to you? The art of well-being. Does anyone want to comment?
Well, I think it's in respect to it being an art, I think a lot of people have to really learn how to have well-being because maybe their upbringing didn't really teach them. And so it's in many cases, it's a learned character trait, or maybe not a character trait, but a skill.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, Kathy. When I think of the art of well-being, I think of the art of whatever. It's like kind of perfecting well-being for them. And Isogenics makes it easy. I think that's what's kind of cool. Like we can all, take on well-being and we could, prep our foods, eat, 3 or 4 healthy meals a day that we've made from scratch and all of that. But having that shake for breakfast and not have to really think about it, just, it's delicious and just drink it down. I think that's awesome for me. That really makes it easy. And I love all the little sprinkles. Talking about art, the little sprinkles kind of line your cup and create this little design at the end, if you're doing the birthday cake shake.
Yeah, I also think of the art of well-being as really unique to each and every one of us. It's not a science as far as like, oh, do 1, 2, 3, 4 so that you will be at optimal health. That, depending on our lifestyle, on who we are, family, environment, etc., that we can, work towards being optimally healthy through our own way. So there's really no one answer to being the healthiest we could be.
When I think of it, I think of kind of creatively and artistically creating our own vibrant life and how we want to manifest it. So we're grabbing different ideas. I mean, think of the shakes, you know, the different ways that we can creatively make shakes or creatively do our 600 calorie meals. So the art to me is kind of personal because we're all kind of creating, we have guidelines, we're all kind of creating our own design of how we want to feel and how our well-being is created personally.
And really backing up a little bit on the document, living a vibrant life, to me, when you're living a vibrant life, you've discovered the art of well-being.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think art is really beautiful too, because the idea of something artful has some sort of, there's a suggestion for me of having a focus, like looked at something in particular, like really put my energy towards something. So what would it be like for me, as we've been talking about, to have like a life that I felt well in, you know, and my beingness was expressed as being well. And it is an individual experience, but I love that Isogenics can allow us all to have our paths, and yet we all get to use the same tools because the tools are powerful. So I'm going to go on and just share a little more on this one particular section. So as Isogenics ambassadors, well, I love the word ambassador, so we can talk a little bit about that, but as an Isogenics ambassadors, they, us, right? We, and in fact, I think we want to put we are naturally enrolling our friends and family in a healthy lifestyle that we fully commit to, right? So we're committed to it already. And we become that example of what's possible, because from one moment to the next, there won't necessarily be something discernible from someone else. We feel the difference, right? Because we wake up in the morning and go, wow, I feel better than I did like, you know, a year ago or 10 years ago or whatever. I have that sense of a groundedness, right? Because I think that's what Isogenics gives people. They get that sense of grounding, you know, so that they can be in that space of be an ambassador. I mean, what are ambassadors, right? Ambassadors are people that know something is valuable and want to make sure that other people are aware of it. They don't force them to do it, right? Because we don't force anybody to do anything. Timing is everything for people, but we offer them the opportunity to find out about something new. Okay, I'm going to go on. So this part's cool because that's how I feel. Everyone loves getting their products paid for, right? Like, what would it look like if people were so sufficiently jazzed about their life that they were just walking billboards, right? And of course, the idea that integrity, superb quality, impeccable service, all three of those are independent. I mean, if you had one thing, you had impeccable service, you'd be happy with that company. I know I would be. If you had superb quality, happy with that company. If you had integrity, happy. We have all three. We've declared that all three are available to us. I've experienced all of them, and they do make us this kind of valuable asset to the success of the people that do want to say yes to something that they don't have any experience with yet. They're only going off of what we say.
Well, and the impeccable service piece of it, Isogenics takes care of the integrity and the superb quality. We do play a part in the integrity with who we're being. Impeccable service is really on us. Okay. I mean, yes, they make sure the product gets to the customer and all of that. But I think that word service, it's a signature that you can have, like as part of your, what's the word? As you know, as what you bring, you know. And I know that my customers appreciate that extra service because they tell me all the time. So.
And Kathy, when someone comes back, that's an example of your impeccable service.
Yeah. In fact, I had a conversation with a man today who has not enrolled. And I followed up with him today during the power hour. And this afternoon, I got a text from him asking me to call him. I called him up and he said, Kathy, I'm ready to do those shakes. What else do you suggest? And of course, what I told him about was isogenesis. And I said, you know, if you really want to learn more about it, excuse me, there is a call you can be on tonight. He was on it on Dave's, presentation. So we're scheduled to talk again on Wednesday, and he'll decide whether he wants to add that to it or not. So, and he said to me, I really appreciate how you followed up with me, and you're so knowledgeable, and you've been able to answer all my questions. So.
So the last section of this treatise really to our customers is an outcome from what we've been bringing, what we do, how we be. They commit, they see the value. So they commit to an isopantry for life. And that would be, how many things can you think of that you've committed to life for? That's a product, right? Some people like have their love of a certain brand of car, and they always will buy the next version of that car, right? Because they're brand loyal. Like our people love what we deliver and what the company delivers so much, they become brand loyal. Because isogenics becomes that essential thing. It's not like an extra thing where, sometimes we hear people say, oh, I don't think I can afford it, because they hear it as something extra. It's essential. So I love the idea that we create an essential conversation and a space for people to step into. And because of that, hope again is present for people, joy, and their own happiness, which I've been learning a little bit about because I'm doing a little bit of an article on happiness. Happiness isn't like just a default that happens. Happiness has to be generated by who we are as human beings, right? So we feel it sometimes by default because life can give us those moments. But really, if we wanted to be in control of our own happiness 24/7 or more than not, we'd have to be mindful of how to cause that. And so I love that we have said that isogenics gives people the opportunity to have that in an abounding way, like without any bounds.
It's really easy for me to visualize that people commit to an isopantry, because I'll never forget the first week of isogenics with me and how good I felt. And I spoke the words, I'm going to continue putting this in my body for the rest of my life. And so it's easy for me to visualize that. And so it's easy for me to attract that as well.
So any last thoughts or feelings around who we are for our customers, or who our customers are, or what our stand is for them? Okay, well, I say we're raising the roof here. This document has this sense of vibration. We talked about the law of vibration. Live into this each day. Share it with yourself, share it with your family, let them know what you're up to, because I say it out loud so that Jay can hear me. In the morning. So it's by default that he's going to hear it, but he knows that I'm up to something. And, if you do it each and every day, people around you maybe they'll have an opinion at the first couple of days, like, what is that person saying? What are they talking about? But in the end, if this is what our commitment is, it's all about generosity on our part, because it's supporting all the laws that we talk about: the law of abundance, law of attraction, law of vibration, law of assumption, law of compensation. So these are all great laws. And according to Dave, follow them, because if you don't, it's not that anything bad happens. You just don't get the bonus from them. So.
And just remember that, when you're at that vibration and you're reading your template with feeling, with that vibration. You're matching that vibration of how it was created, right? What do you think you're going to attract? First of all, if you're reading it out loud in your household, you're going to attract that other members of your family are going to start feeling the same way and having that same vibration about it. And then, you know, you go outside your home and it expands. So
Kathy, I always love when Dave talks on an aside in one of his morning calls on Monday, where he says, yeah, his wife would say, oh, Dave's at it again. He's staring at the wall. And it was just, it's so human. It's like we do things that have that vibration of like not being ordinary or expected. And so sometimes we're worried that someone's looking at us weird. Like I'll tell you, when I first started saying these out loud and I knew that someone might overhear me, I was a little self-conscious. And then I thought, why am I self-conscious? This is like a gift. This is like creating an idea of what's possible. So I say share this with as many people as you can.
mhm. All right, thank you, Ariana. We'll move on to business partners next week. So so let's talk a little bit about having a power hour or two this week. So to accommodate everybody, there's people who work and they aren't available during the day, so we'll have one in the evening. I'm thinking Wednesday morning
Okay.
and Wednesday evening. Anybody have any objection to that?
I can't do either one, but
Or
Yeah, that's good. I don't know. I guess we're not affected by the Veterans Day or anything of that nature.
Yeah,
we can
Wednesday's
make
not
it
a good day
Thursday
for
if
me.
you want. For that matter, we can make it tomorrow. It's up to you guys.
I could do Thursday, 10:30 my time, AM.
So that would be 9:30 Pacific.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Me too.
Okay. Yeah. So there's Growth Week on Thursday from, is it an hour? So 9 to 10?
Oh, we can just
Oh,
jump
that's
onto
right.
theirs.
Well,
Oh,
we
they
could
have
do
one?
that and then continue on the Zoom.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's plan on it. In fact, we could do that every day and just have somebody open the Zoom and have it available.
Great idea.
And
So is the Power Week doing their own power hours at a certain time each day?
Yeah, 9 o'clock Pacific each day.
Okay.
And then they do replay 5 o'clock PM.
Hmm.
And then various speakers, of course. The weekend, they won't have the 5 o'clock, but maybe it's a recap because it's Susan Sly and somebody else.
Where do I go for that?
I can post the Growth Week schedule.
posted in our
already
business
on.
page.
Oh, you did already. Okay, great.
I didn't
So-
do it. But somebody posted.
Somebody did.
Oh, okay.
And it's isogenicszoom.net.
Okay.
I did so many versions of it today before I got on.
Me too.
I'm gonna just post it here. Isogenics.
Yeah, I'm putting it on mine too.
.net.
.net.
And then, yeah, so Saturday is a super Saturday and it'll be over several hours, I'm sure.
And I didn't see, is there any specials this week? Are they doing anything?
I haven't seen any. Yeah, so print out your Grow Week, which Lynn posted, I think.
Okay.
And it's actually a checklist. So it tells you what to do each day. So just follow it. Like Monday was create an engagement post on social media. Well, what they trained us is they gave us those scripting, you know, what to say. when you're contacting people, not the post itself. On Tuesday, give a shout out to a happy customer on social. Oh, and Wednesday looks like it'll be good with Lynn Hagedorn and Julie Urovic. They'll be doing a power hour. So yeah, take a look at that and let's, just spend an hour a day. You'll be amazed at what happens. Like that call I got, you'll be enrolling on Wednesday.
Well, I have to announce I have an enrollment today.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah, an old customer re-enrolled.
Yep. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that because it's a whole lot easier to bring a customer back than it is to get a new one.
Well, Kathy, I'm going to call you on that second part. I'm going to declare that the first part is a great declaration. So how can we alter the second part?
It's just as easy.
Okay.
Tapping. It's easy.
Well, it was easy for me. Yeah, he was a prospect, never been a customer, so. All right. Anything else before we sign off? All right.
One last one. I think for Canada, they are discontinuing the isolene shakes just because of Health Canada. So they'll replace it with the whole blend.
Wait a minute. What was that?
Health Canada is changing rules or something. So their Isogenics is discontinuing the isolene shakes and just replacing it with whole blend.
Okay.
All right.
See my fingers, that doesn't happen here.
Yeah, I think so. It's just, their Health Canada regulations or something.
All right. Thanks for that, Amy. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful evening. Have a prosperous week. And I'll see you on the Zooms.
Sounds like a plan.
Love you
See
guys.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.